the lawyer anyway.
Okay. Just tell like
My parents. What was it? What is the craziest thing you've done in a car?
we want to hear from you though too.
Okay, I mean, obviously, I could take it there, and like you're saying, we could go there and turn it real racy. But I would say mine is transporting my my grandmother's decomposed corpse in a car.
Decomposed?
What do you mean decomposed?
She had been
What?
so she had been buried maybe for 10 years.
Yeah.
And so we, my parents, this is so Vietnamese. My parents
Wait,
were
are we trying to sell cars or like?
No, but I'm saying
It fits a body really well.
this does fit a body really, really
it
well.
It fits a full-size coffin.
Wow. Okay,
Well,
so then what happened?
Well, I mean, you asked. It's so we were told by the psychic, the fortune teller, the psychic. She was just like, the reason why your family has been having bad luck is because your grandmother is buried too close to a river.
Whoa.
And she was. The back of her house was right next to a river. And so it had flooded her. And they were like, you need to bring her back to the family plot, right? And my grandmother...
This is in America?
No, this is in Vietnam.
Oh, okay.
So we literally had to fly back to Vietnam. So it was just me and my parents.
Yeah.
And we had to hire a guy, because there's always a guy who can do whatever you need in Vietnam. And
Wow.
it was just me, my dad, and the guy. And we had to dig up my grandmother, put her in the car.
You dug?
Yeah.
You dug too?
It was just us. And it was hot.
Oh,
And
That's crazy.
the smell.
Oh my
oh
god.
my God.
There,
Wait, I'm sorry.
to this day.
How long ago did
10
she
years.
Yeah, she'd been buried.
She'd been buried.
And
for
there's
10
still a
years, and there's still a
smell?
smell.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's...
And did you look up?
I mean,
did you open up the...
Because also it didn't help that there was water that come into her,
Oh my god.
So
Oh my
it
God.
wasn't like she was just in dry. So then we had to take all of that and put it into like a box and then transport her to the family plot.
And did you guys open up the coffin?
We had to re-put it into a coffin. So we didn't transport the coffin. The coffin was waiting for us at the family plot.
But did you see her at any point?
Well, yeah.
You looked into...
Yes.
Oh my
Because we had to take her out of what she was buried in because it was so corroded with water and damage.
And how much,
rust.
if you don't mind describing, like how much was she left? Like...
I mean, obviously all her bones, but it's there. I don't know how to. All her bones are there.
Got it.
But it just I don't know the smell. I've never smelled anything in the world like it to this day.
They say that. They say that's the most intense smell. We can't end on this.
No,
This is insane. We got to like bring it up a few notches. Anyway, going back, I thought you were going to say the hot take on the hot take was the beat down.
Oh, well, I mean, I have kids. I was trying to stay away from beating conversations.
Sometimes you can't help it.
But I have two girls.
Got it.
And
I'm sure they're very sweet and don't need any sort of physical-
yes.
You know what?
But I'm such an artist.
Yeah.
So I treat them the way I wish I had been treated. Like one of the big things that is important to me is just in terms of like Vietnamese, like old school Vietnamese parenting. And I bless my mom and dad, they're both passed away. But one thing that they never taught me growing up was my self-worth.
Oh.
And what I deserve, not just,
Oh.
a partner. What do I deserve in life? What do I deserve dream-wise? What do I, you know what I mean? And I feel like, this is where you start talking about the trauma of being immigrants and all of
I
this.
thought we were going to keep this light and fun,
Wait.
but we can go there. We can go there.
I like how talking about beating our kids is not as light. But
You're right. We can get into this because I have a lot of thoughts on this too. I think that they didn't value themselves, so how could they pass that on to us?
Of course. I mean,
And that's why they have a problem sometimes with, honestly, with driving a car from Vietnam. They don't value this, like, the value of being, like, we have to be proud of what we are. And that's the problem. I think that that's a thing that is a real thing in the way I grew up. Is like, we're not proud of things that came from Vietnam, or, my dad wasn't, there was a lot of shame to being Vietnamese.
I mean, think about it. What is the whole point of immigration is assimilation, right? So everybody just wants to fit in. Everybody doesn't want to, like, I mean, I have brothers and, sister who believe in this, where they just see themselves as, I'm American.
Right.
And they just want to be American.
Right.
And they've forgotten that you can be both. You know what I mean? Like,
or they should be.
They should be both.
We should be both. We should be honoring both sides. Yeah.
1000%. And that actually, it just makes you an even more
stronger person.
Stronger, fuller, just bolder, everything person.
Absolutely.
I mean, but then on that hand too, sometimes I feel like, you know what I mean? You're just a little like, I mean, I don't know. Do you guys feel this way? It's the.
Well, let me ask this question through the lens of ao dais.
Okay.
Right? Because this whole thing that you're asking about, the expression that I get from other people, Vietnamese Americans and people from Vietnam, is like, why are you in an ao dai when you go out to a function? I get asked that all the time. Like, that's silly. Why are you wearing an ao dai?
Wait. Who asked you this? In Vietnam or
no,
here?
both. I get that from both. I get it from friends. I get it from family.
Really? What?
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
Yes, believe it or not.
When do you normally wear an ao dai in Vietnam? What's the occasion?
Oh, like any nice occasion, right?
Any nice occasion.
Like if you go to a wedding, you go to a party.
But men don't wear ao dais as much. No way.
No, no, for sure not. Women wear it.
And men don't wear ao dai here. Not a lot, except for New Year's. That's a fairly new thing.
I see more ao dai here than I do over there.
I mean, here's the thing though. There's
wear.
always going to be formal ways of dressing, right? Like the formal codes. And I think it's amazing that you're breaking the norm and still celebrating it and changing. Like, that's what we're supposed to do.
Yes, and that's the conversation, right? It's like, aren't we bolder and more flavorful with the ability to wear the ao dai? It should be, but see, that isn't that sort of an American thought that we could take and appropriate our own Vietnamese costume into the American landscape.
Well, this would be
Well,
now it's in a Vietnamese American culture. Let's just say theoretically, or let's just assume that Vietnamese Americans are wearing more ao dais. Then this is just the Vietnamese American culture, and there's no right or wrong way to do it. It's just like, this is how we do it here, because we are a completely different culture, right? And when you ask for a normalcy in things, we cannot be looking at what's normal in Vietnam. Like, if we do it here, then this is what we do. But personally, I'm not wearing ao dais.
I think
I do have I have a suggestion about ao dais though. I think
let's hear it. Let's let the fashion the fashion queen hear this hot take.
I think
hot take.
Well, it is my hot
it's
take.
amazing that you wear it.
I wear it. I
More
wear it
power
proudly.
to you.
Yeah.
And I think that it is our superpower. Instead of feeling like invalidated or lesser because we are immigrants and we're both, to make it into our superhero power.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We've got more ammo to pull from than just someone who isn't an immigrant. So
I think it's a beautiful piece of clothing.
It's so beautiful.
I adore the ao dai so much. I have 10 of them now. I think I want to have 200 of them. I think Viet Thanh Nguyen wore an ao dai the sympathizer premiere at Paramount Studio, and it's like it looks so amazing.
It's so classy.
So classy. Thanh Nguyen designed him and his wife Lan Dung their ao dai, and it's so stunning.
Okay, maybe I won't say my hot take anymore.
Lan's
Say it again?
amazing.
Maybe I won't say my hot take.
No, say your hot take. I want to hear it. Because you've said it many
Listen,
times.
for the younger generation of guys, it's the yai part of the ao dai. It's a little challenging for us. And if we can maybe do a ao ngang, maybe a little shorter.
But you can do whatever you want.
But it wouldn't be called an ao dai technically.
But how short are we talking about?
Like a shirt,
G-string short. I'm sorry.
What does the G-string have to do with a shirt?
I'm just totally kidding. Because there's that conversation as well where people don't wear the pants and they wear it like that. But
you know what? There are no rules. if you feel good turning it into that, I think that's amazing.
But how short are we talking about?
Like a shirt like this.
if you wanted to
Like
turn into
that'd be like a Filipino thing.
no, not it's all in the neckline and the fabrication. There's so much, and also the fact that he's Vietnamese. Like we can't, like there's no rules to art. You know what I mean? And fashion is art. So it's just like,
So there you
we
go.
shouldn't have self-imposed those rules on ourselves.
I think
Why?
what Bao is saying is she is volunteering to design something
To
like that
make-
for you. That is what she's saying.
I mean, like with Vietnamese food, right? Like when you cook, there's no like, okay, you can only use this. You can only do this, right?
Yeah, no, it stunts your growth as a culture when you don't continue to evolve your art.
Absolutely. Your culture, yourself, I think constantly just moving and changing. That's why, traveling is so important, just like getting it out there.